great to have you with us from Canvas Stadium in Fort Collins, Colorado. And the Beavers will kick off first, and here we go. On the run from inside his own 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. The Rams offense will go to work first. And they'll saddle up with Hoss Haney at the helm, a freshman prospect from Texas. Man, he was razor sharp last time out, completed better than 70% of his passes, throwing for 200-plus yards. They'll start on the ground with Brown. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21. Guys, let's take a moment and look at Colorado State. Can be a little bit tricky to balance that high school recruiting, transfer portal recruiting for some of the non-traditional powers. But when they're grabbing linebackers like this guy, you know they're doing the right thing.
Absolutely, and there's nothing tricky about that, right? Like, recruiting high school players is essential. Transfer portal is good to supplement, but getting a guy like this that can run at the linebacker spot, it can upgrade your roster immediately.
Here they come, trying to convert a 3rd and short from the 28. That's a fumble. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
And I tell you what, man, you got to do a better job of taking care of the football. I got to know, I got the first down. Running backs, this is job security. You better handle that thing well, Palmer.
And because of that, David, you might see another running back jog out in the field the next time this offense takes it. We're seeing a lot more of that around college.
Coach wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way. And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. The Rams have it with a 1st and 10. Hand off for Brown. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. Trainers are out there having a look at this freshman defensive tackle to see if he is going to be able to continue. They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. On the direct snap, it's Brown. They found a little running room out of the Wildcat, still short of the 1st down marker.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like, the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
And they'll pick up the 1st down and mark it at the 47.
Hey, man, that's unbelievable. That is a really good job of seeing the blitz right away and getting rid of the football. Like, that is quarterback 101. Understand they're blitzing, they're coming, see it, take advantage of it, get the completion, and move the sticks.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
How do you not love to see that when your cornerback gets in the run fit, when he's not scared to come up and tackle? A lot of those guys, they can be prima donnas. They don't want to tackle. Nice job seeing it. And as soon as that thing's pitched, you can tell, man, he pulls the trigger and makes the tackle for the loss.
I don't know if the quarterback read the coverage properly on that one, but obviously the result is an incompletion.
Now the 8th play of the opening drive, but this time facing 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Looking long. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Not the way you want to start your first drive, and the defense forces a turnover.
Well, that's a great play by the defense, and that's one the quarterback obviously wishes he had back. I think sometimes as a QB, your success from the previous game can carry over, and it forces you to be a little bit reckless, right, David? I mean, he had a big one last time out, and he's looking early in this game on the first drive to get a big chunk play right out of the gate. He throws that one into coverage, and the defense makes him pay for it.
Well, and how about talking to this defense before this game? They talked about, can they make something good happen early? If they could, maybe they could rattle him a little bit. Everything went well for him last week, and so good job by this defense striking early. Hopefully it'll develop some confidence with this D and maybe a little bit of hesitation with the QB.
Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Wants to throw. It's Murphy. Makes the grab. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. First down, 10 yards to go. Some misdirection with the counter. They stop him at the 42, but they're on a roll with a pickup of 15 and a first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
They'll run play action. Got it in the middle. It's Nolan. Across the 25. He's got room. Into the house. Touchdown, Beavers. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the finisher coming on that 42-yard touchdown toss. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he's stopped right there. The Rams offense on the field and ready to get started. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Keeps it on first down. And he couldn't find any room to breathe. What a great job on the run fits by this defense. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Looking to fire. Trying to escape and get it himself. He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there. They'll try to move the sticks with Brown. Oh, he's got some space. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line.
And that is such great execution by this offense. 3rd down and 2. They know you're running the football, but they were physical. Great job creating a little bit of space. Not only do you get the first down, you chew up a bunch more yards, too. Nice execution by this offense.
Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
Man, this guy's going to need some water when he gets to the sidelines. They've been putting him to work on this drive, right? We've seen him toting the rock with success. Now you're seeing him get involved in the passing game, too. They are highlighting his versatility here on this drive.
And the Rams are rolling down the field. Now on the option. Now the toss. He's out of bounds at the 26-yard line.
This offense is just like Novocaine. Like, just give it time. It just keeps working. It's a slow death, right? Like, they continue to just chip away. Nice first down play. Nice read. Get it to the pitch man. Sets up a great second down opportunity.
Another nice run to pick up a first down. They've been running it all drive long. They've got the defense on their heels. That last one now just puts them on the fringe of the red zone. And, guys, we know this is an area of the field where it gets really hard to throw into. So why would you stop running the ball now if you're the offense?
They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. A run for the quarterback. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And great job getting in the backfield, making it very difficult to him to make reads and understand what the heck's going on, bottling him up. That's the biggest thing. When you play a running quarterback, you want to bottle him up.
Got some room headed to the goal line. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line. This is a designed run. He is denied, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Just going to keep it after the snap. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Colorado State.
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this at the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. It just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
And they tacked on the extra point. They marched 79 yards on the drive, and they finish it off with a short plunge into the end zone. Here he comes from inside his own, and he loses the ball deep in his own end. Recovered by the kicking team. He is in, takes the fumble to the house. Touchdown, Rams.
And this is why a lot of coaches don't kick the ball out of the end zone. They want them to return the football so something good can happen, so you can put a ball, cause a fumble, make something happen, Palmer, and that's exactly what the kickoff unit does.
Man, I love kickoff coverage units, David, that take pride in their jobs. These guys want to line up. They want to run down the field and hurt somebody. That was a huge game-changing play to not just create the turnover, but to score a touchdown.
On the move from inside his 5. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. We've reached a break. Colorado State is on top. Let's take a peek at the numbers so far. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Running inside, it's Hatcher. Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Runs through a tackle, finding some room. He's at the 40, the 20, inside the... He is in! Touchdown! Oregon State.
This QB just has such a feel. He's so good with these design quarterback runs. He's patient. He allows the holes to develop. He puts his foot in the ground. And in the open field, he's as dangerous as any ball carrier in the country.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Guys, we'll have another peek at this Rams offense. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create some. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
Two running backs alongside the quarterback. On the move. Pushes ahead for one. It's 2nd and 9.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
He'll keep it again on the option. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain.
You know, as a quarterback, when you're doing this zone read play, you got to read that defensive end. And if he crashes down hard inside to take the running back away, right away you know now you're keeping the football. Nice job by the quarterback.
From the gun on 3rd down. Rushes on him. He gets away. Crosses the 40. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 48.
And, man, this defense, they look a little bit frustrated. Like, he's done this time and time again here in the first half, and it's still early in this football game, but they got to find an answer for his legs. Like, he's chewing up too many yards, making too many big plays. Got to find a way to make him one-dimensional and make some bad things happen when he tries to take off and run the football.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
Finally, a defense. Looks like they're able to break serve here. These offenses have been up and down the field now, these last 2 drives apiece, scoring points. But the sack right there finally puts an end to that, we think. It's setting up 4th down, and that might be a major play so far in this game to give them a lot of momentum moving forward.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Here comes the Oregon State offense to get this drive started. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
I'll tell you, I just don't like throwing wide receiver screens against press man coverage. Receivers are not great blockers, and they just couldn't get it done there, and as a result, the offense actually loses a couple of yards.
Fires to the big fella. And that is good versatility there and a big hit from the backer in pass coverage. Now facing a 3rd and long. To the air, it's Murphy. Wide open downfield. He's running free down the middle. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Beavers!
And how about the big tight end doing the work for the quarterback, man? Nice, short, safe throw. And how about the speed, the athletic ability? You've seen the evolution of the tight end in the history of football, and this is exactly why. They went from being a big target to now a guy that can make plays after the catch and make big home run plays like he did right there.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the finisher coming on a touchdown pass from 52 yards out. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Colorado State offense heads onto the field. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own, a chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Using his legs, it's Coleman. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting...
Here's a little room there. They bring him down, but that's why you give them that wildcat look to create an opportunity for big plays.
And how about the running back, man? Rips off a big play. This offense creates some momentum, and what do? They keep their foot on the gas, right back on the football to try to keep this offense rolling.
And I think that might be an example of the running back maybe trying to do a little bit too much. Everybody wants to try to bounce the ball outside and hit the home run, but in college football at this level, you just need to do a better job taking what the defense gives you.
Grabbed behind the line, it's Brown. He'll get it out to the 43-yard line. That's where they mark him out of bounds, and this offense is starting to do a little work. As they come to the line on 3rd and short from the 43, I wonder if they already know they'll go for it if they don't make it here. Trying to pick up a first down. He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. Got his man. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49.
Listen, at this point, the end of the first half, you're trying to generate some points. First downs are the most important thing. So a really good job there converting on that 3rd. I love the decision by the quarterback. You kind of wonder, though, are they going to want to be a bit more aggressive and maybe start taking some more shots and attack?
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking for space to the left. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense, coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown, but you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
In the red area, it's Coleman. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
You know, if you want to run the ball up the middle, you're going to have to block that guy. I mean, nobody even touched him, and he slanted right into the backfield, made the tackle for loss.
3rd and short from the 22. Is the field goal unit getting ready, or is this already 4-down territory? Touchdown, Colorado State! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Nice job putting a drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the first half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a staff that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for 2, taking the lead into halftime, and putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Scanning the field, it's Murphy. He finds a dead spot in the middle. Brought down at the 31. It is a first down. The Beavers using their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Now improvising. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could. Timeout is called, and that will be the second charge to Oregon State. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Working the middle, it's complete. Oregon State will use its final timeout here. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. To the air on first down. Under fire. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly.
And sometimes you got to know when to give it up, right? As a quarterback, you feel it. You can't hold it that second too long when bad things can really happen. You could tell the clock went off, and he was throwing that puppy away.
Lost to fire on second down. Just gets rid of it before the heat. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. On third down, he drops to throw. Looking to the big tight end. A strike downfield. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Fellas, we are beginning to see a little separation in the standings. The Week 5 edition of our update show. We begin with the Northwestern Wildcats taking on the number 8 team, the Penn State Nittany Lions. And it's Northwestern with one of the truly dazzling offensive displays we've witnessed this season. They had a scoring answer every time they needed one and win a fireworks-filled football game.
On the run from inside his own 5. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. What do you got on the sideline, Holly?
Catching up with the Beavers head coach at the half. He said this is exactly the type of game he was expecting. 2 solid defenses have made it very difficult to find points in the end zone today. The defenses have been terrific so far, really limiting what the other is able to do. Points are at a premium down here. Guys, you've got to believe that whoever makes the next mistake and has a turnover, that might be a significant change in this game. I'll keep you posted from the sidelines. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Wide receiver going in motion. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1.
And a running game can be really hard to stop when you got so many guys that can do some damage. And this defense is taking some licks. This QB's made him look silly a couple of times, but they're starting to adjust. Gotta like that play right there, getting to him and getting him on the ground.
Oh, he didn't get past a marker before starting his slide, and now it's 4th down. The Beavers will line up to punt it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Here's the return. He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. Colorado State takes over the Ram offense, returns to the field. The last time they had it, just an aerial assault. Precision execution, moved right down the field and put it in the end zone. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 28. Motion from the wideout. They'll try to get it through the air. And the missed connection on 3rd down.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
No return coming here. Fair catch is signaled for and made just shy of the 30. Here comes the Beaver offense ready to go. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. Looking to scramble. He's going to run it. At the 40, there he goes. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work. One big play to get it up near midfield. Now they're in business at the 47. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Hatcher.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. It's Murphy. Finds his tight end. Could not make his way to the corner.
Well, they're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. The Beavers will try to pin them back with the punt. First punt was gorgeous. Let's see if he can do it again. He'll field the punt and take it back. He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. We will see what this Colorado State offense can get done this time. Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a first down. Let's see if they can put something together here. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. They'll run out of the gun here with Robinson. Might have a chance. He's at the 50. Inside the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Colorado State. With that, they grab the lead here in the 2nd half.
Love the play call offensively. They knew the defense were crowding a lot of bodies close to the line of scrimmage, and once they were able to get into the 2nd level, all they had to do was make one guy miss and get one good angle. And with the speed that ball carrier has, man, that thing was a sure shot touchdown.
The returner will field it and bring it back. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. They're down by a touchdown, but hoping to dial up some plays and pull even in what's turning out to be a really good football game. To throw, it's Murphy. Finds his big tight end. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Oh, they're after him. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity.
And that's a better job by this defense. That's exactly what they've got to start doing more. He's had a lot of success on the ground. It's apparent he will take off and move. So how do we keep him in the pocket? Get him behind the line of scrimmage, fluster him a little bit, and don't let him use those wheels.
And the Beavers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Trying to make magic with his feet. We're just steamrolling the defense. They finally corral him, but he turns that into a big gain and a first down. The Beavers are marching down the field. The run inside. It's Hatcher. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Sends it back in motion. Rides to the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
Pressure coming. Swings it out to his running back. Inside the 40. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33. The Beavers have it with a 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's Murphy. Pocket breaking down. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
And there's a great example of living to play another day. QB in the pocket, nobody open, throw it out of bounds.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. This quarterback part of their running game. Snowed under by the defense.
Well, this quarterback has had a lot of success burning this defense with his legs. That time, though, there was nowhere to go. Give the defense credit. They won their one-on-ones up front. Tremendous speed getting to him and bringing him down for a TFL.
Turns it loose. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
That defender is lucky on that play because he was beat on that deep route. He's lucky the QB overthrew that play.
They booted away on 4th down. They call it a coffin corner kick for a reason, and you really can't do it any better than that. He puts that thing out of bounds right around the goal line. The Rams offense on the field and ready to get started. Their own end zone nipping at their heels as they start this drive from their own 2. Very useful run there to get away from the goal line. He'll pick up 4 out to the 6.
Well, we're not quite in the 4th quarter yet. We're almost there, but you're seeing the attitude shift now for this offense. They've got the lead, so they've got to be able to run the football. You're going to see a lot more of that, I think, as this game keeps going on. They're trying to wear this defense down when the game is almost over.
That's the end of the quarter, and Colorado State is on top. And now let's take a look at the stats in what has been a nip-and-tuck affair. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. After swapping ends of the field, that gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. This offense has it with really good field position. Back to pass, it's Murphy. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. Gives it on the option. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be 3rd and long. They'll send the back in motion. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon State. And they take it in for 6 more points. Extra point here will tie the game. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. Let's check in quickly with Holly Rowe.
Here on the Colorado State sideline, I can see a developing situation with their quarterback and the coaches. Their QB has struggled here today with the turnovers, and there's a lot of conversation. They're showing him those mistakes on the film, trying to get him to see what he's missing. They want to get some confidence built back up in this quarterback, but right now he's shaking his head like, I've got this, I've got this. We'll see if he really does here to take the field. Back to you.
All right, Holly. And the defense was ready when the receiver tried the tricky run.
It is so easy when you're a defensive player, when you watch a little misdirection of the ball go one way to turn and to run. That's not my job. My job is to stay home. The defensive did a good job of that. Defense stayed home, made the play.
We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. On the direct snap, it's Coleman. Defense played the Wildcat very well on that one, stopping them for a short gain.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
They'll run the option. He'll pitch it. Makes it past the marker. Maybe some room here. They finally knock him down. What a great pitch and run on the option.
Well, this is an offense that has a lot of speed, and they have different guys they would love to get the football to in space, and they can find a lot of different ways to do that. I love the idea of going option here and trusting your quarterback to make the right read. If no one accounts for the pitch, man, he's going to get it to the outside, and you see the speed on the perimeter. Really clever play call that time by the O coordinator.
Tackled at the 31. They'll give him 6 on the play. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. This is as big a play as we've had in this game. 3rd down and 3. He'll try to get to the marker himself. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1. The Beavers using their first timeout. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. A tie game here late, and they do not want to give up this football. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. The clock has stopped for the timeout, and we have reached the final 2 minutes in this one.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
On the run, it's Coleman. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. The Rams pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Run in the red zone, it's ball. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Timeout is called, and that will be the 2nd charge to Oregon State. And now what will they come up with on this 2nd down play? Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. The quarterback making adjustments. Touchdown, Colorado State! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th.
What a great game, tied late in the ballgame. Who's going to make the big play? They come up with it late, take the lead. Nice execution. It's hard to execute in these moments. People get tight. The score's tied late in the game. I don't want to mess up, but this offense doesn't worry about messing up. They put the ball in the end zone and take the lead.
On the move from inside his 5. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Looking to pass. It's Murphy. Fires to the wideout. He makes a catch. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off.
And that's a great job by the quarterback here in this 2-minute situation, realizing that all of his receivers are available in live targets right now, right? He hasn't thrown to that guy too often up to this.
It's a seam wide open. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24. And the Beavers want to move quickly.
And sometimes offenses, man, they get caught up with numbers and they need to do so many runs, so many passes. I like when you just trust your quarterback. Like back-to-back explosive passing plays. Let him do his thing. Let him drop back, read the defense, dissect it, and make big plays.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Back to pass. They're working that left side. Touchdown, Beavers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Man, great execution. That is how it's done late in the football game now. All you need is that extra point. Bring the kicker out there. This is what you do. Just like practice, knock it through the uprights, tie this football game, and we might be looking at overtime soon.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Robinson. Slips through the line. Just a tremendous return. Great run, great speed and vision to really set up this offense. He almost got totally loose on that one. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
I think the run defense, a lot of times late in the game, you always wonder how well it'll hold up. Nice job on this play by this defense getting in and getting the running back on the ground.
Timeout is called, and the clock is down to 8. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Direct snap. It's Robinson. The pass is incomplete. Thought they might catch the defense napping, but it'll be 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Quarterback keeper. Keeps it and gets the 1st down. He's loose. The tag. Touchdown Rams. And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
And that's going to do it. That's going to be all. That's going to do it. What a play. Great job in execution. You get the touchdown, no ticks left. It's like a dream, and they're going to walk out of here with the win.
What a game. What a finish. Came down to one last play, and they get it done.
What a play to show up in that moment of the game and make that type of play. That type of individual effort is just magic, David.
No doubt. It's what you dream about, but those moments, you have to step up and make it, and big-time players like this come up and make a big-time play late in the game to get you the win.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.